What's up, crew? Welcome to another video. I'm gonna do something just a little bit different today and do a quick little garage tour. But first, let's jump outside to actually show you the garage. So, here's my garage. Sorry about the background noise. The house across the street is building their garage. Every single house across the street has built a new garage. Obviously outside we have my S2 squat rack, which you guys have seen. Some plates holding down the rig, which still doesn't help when I do pull-ups, but it also allows me to max out my deadlifts, I guess. I'm never gonna max out my deadlift out here. Big tree in the backyard where I can put rings, which I haven't done since the open. But yeah, that's the outside of the garage. So flip the mic backwards so that you can hear me talk while I walk around. Here is the gym space. As you can see, we've got about half the garage with mats. We'll talk about that later a little bit. And then, as you guys know, I just recently rebuilt this whole thing. It used to be a long situation. I made it tall so that I can stack things a little bit higher versus taking up a bunch of space this way. On the rack, we've got 55s, 45s, 25s, and 10s. Kettlebell, which I think is a 53. Got some 50-pound dumbbells from a friend from the Niners. Not that I'm a football fan. Foam roller. Got a 20-pound wall ball. And then 16-pounder, which I had filled up with sand to make it 20 pounds. Didn't really work, so I emptied it so that Sarah had a ball to use. Now it just spits out sand whenever she does wall balls. Got the ring thing over there. We've got some 5s, some 2.5s. We got a 25-pound D-ball, which I haven't used in ages. And I think this one is like 20 pounds, but it too has issues. It spits sand all over the place. Got a football that doesn't hold air. My chalk bucket. Dill's plush toys, which, funny story, Sarah was going to use those to tell me that she was pregnant, but she messed up and squealed when she found out herself. So I was like, well, obviously I know what's going on there. We got the Oso clips, mobility ball, and then some MMA gloves, which I also haven't really used much. Voodoo floss, and then my phone, which I need to plug in to charge. Got some more mobility stuff, massage. This one's kind of funny, it's hidden in here. It was awesome when I figured out that fit. Crossover symmetry, and the sled. So that's basically all the equipment that I have, other than there's the 20-kilo bar. I need to figure out where I'm going to mount that now that I don't have the long situation set up. But yeah, that's basically the equipment stuff that sits on that shelf. Got a whiteboard, and then on top of that whiteboard we've got the SPS gym check from the rite of passage. The first time they ran it, I won, which is pretty awesome. Definitely want to display that. Some storage down here with all my old shoes. Have my first pair of Reebok lifters that are custom with the pink insole. Got some pink gloves. Those are actually Sarah's, but you know, technically I use them more than she does. Weight vest down there, and then that's it for over here. We have a bench. We have a heavy bag with this guy on top. I'm not even gonna go over the story of him. We'll just let him be a mystery. And then a rower. So that is essentially everything in the gym space of the garage. Moving on, in between the gym space and some of the other space, we've got my collection of hats that continues to grow. The office space, which I won't really go over too long. We've got my computers, screens, and some Rocket 5 monitors for clean, concise audio when I'm editing some stuff with a lot of music and people talking. MacBook Pro 15-inch, kind of like 2014, I think. Some stuff, it's a little messier than I want it to be, and I use the plyo box to sit on every once in a while, but it is a standing desk, obviously better to stand. We've got my cabinet for the racing games that I built really quickly. Don't really get much use out of it. It doesn't have a console hooked up to it full time, so trying to figure that out. Dead mouse head. Custom made, I made that back in the day when I was DJing. We've got Funko Pops background for when I'm sitting down and talking from the couch. Kind of saw that in yesterday's vlog. And then we'll go over this space last. Come over here really quick. Here's my bikes. Got them set up next to sort of this bench area that I can do work if I want to, like a shop bench. Sarah's bike with ape hangers. My bike with even bigger ape hangers. And then my mountain bike. We're going to be hopefully taking this thing out either this weekend, or of course you guys might know that I'm going to Downeyville with a bunch of guys, kind of like last year, except I might ride this time. Tool cabinet, got my toolbox, some more bike stuff up there, my helmet, and then right next to that that's my old DJ equipment in here. I'll pull that out one of these days. Got some records on top, my VCR that you guys know I grabbed with what's in the box, 50 5-inch plasma, or no, LCD TV. Neil actually gave that to me. My plan is to have an extra long HDMI cable going from here all the way to my desk, so that if I have clients over or there's a project that I'm working on with somebody else, I can show it on the big screen rather than both of us huddling on one of the smaller screens. And then last but not least, this is the hodgepodge section. Used to be where I had my table set up here with the background, and I would do my little sit and talks right here, which was kind of cool, but I obviously changed that to here, and I think it's a little bit better of a situation. Kind of swing into what the plans are. Alright, so what are our plans here? Well, let's start here since we ended here with the tour. Here, I'm planning to paint that back wall either all black or all white and create like a studio space here that I can do interviews if we want to, and it creates that sort of infinity wall out in space look, which I really, really like. Leaning towards the white, but I think black would even be easier, and then you can always throw up a white backdrop if we want to. So hopefully going to be more empty. The table will probably be there, and then when I do need to use the space, I can move the table out, might put it on wheels. That's essentially what that's going to be. So going back to the gym space, the floor only covers half the garage, so the plan is to go wall to wall with the gym floor. I'm planning to go, I just haven't been able to get the time to go with Neil or my friend Colin who have trucks to get that stuff. But once we do, wall to wall with that, and then drywall all the way around so I can paint it all those different colors that I want, especially the ceiling. Because the ceiling, feels unfinished, and when I work in here, it's not nice. I want somewhere nice to work in, so do my arm rest. On the topic of drywall, I'm also thinking of putting a wall from this point here, the end of the desk, all the way down. But I might leave this space open so I can pull the box out this way if I want to. I don't have to go all the way around, it's just such a long way, you know, as a fitnesser, you don't want to go that far and things like that. Kind of switch arms. That way the office space is separate from the gym space, and all this cords and stuff like that I can kind of tuck into the wall and drop down an outlet so that I'm daisy chaining a ton of extension cords, and that's not exactly a good fire safety deal. With that said, once I have all the drywall up, I do have plans to put an outlet behind the TV, an outlet with here, and I do want to do a switched outlet so that I can turn on and off my speakers without having to do it individually, because that just gets annoying, especially when there's a wall in the way. And I plan to either paint the gym space black walled, the office space might be a very light gray, like an in-between gray and black, and then like I said, either black or white there, and then that's just going to continue on for that side of the wall. So that's about it, honestly. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this little tour. Obviously, once everything is absolutely done, then I'll do part 2, and you'll see kind of like the difference between this one and when it's done. Hopefully it is ridiculously better. If you're new, subscribe. If you're not new, tap into that like button, leave a comment, share this video. Those are the things that grow the crew. And remember, I'll see you later, crew.